There's a custom that I've learned in Japan that they did before big matches. It's to fire somebody up. It's to light that spark from one wrestler to another so that they would bring everything that they had to that fight. They take their right hand and as hard as they possibly can, they slap him in the face. You know, I wish so bad that I could do that to you right now, but I can't. Because you are not a wrestler, and you do not deserve it. That's exactly what Daniel Bryan said last night. One of the best interview segments that I've seen in recent memory. I don't know when the last time I seen an interview segment that was that good. I literally stopped everything that I was doing, and I had my attention on both John Cena and Daniel Bryan. As soon as Daniel Bryan started speaking, you knew you had something special. Now, a lot of people say his mic work isn't up to par like the rest of the main eventers. I disagree. I completely disagree with that statement. Daniel Bryan has it all to be the future of this company. That's how you sell a wrestling match. That's how you sell your WWE Championship match for the second biggest pay-per-view of your calendar year. That's it. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Forget all this fucking bullshit with Brad Maddox, with Vince McMahon, with Triple H, with Randy Orton. The McMahon family saga infiltrating and seeping into the Daniel Bryan John Cena storyline. Enough with the beard. Enough with Vince McMahon saying he's not cut out to be a WWE champion. He's not a corporate champion. He's just a poor man's Mick Foley. You don't need all that. If WWE had 1 week to build this match, and that was the only thing that I seen last night, you have my $50 right now just to watch that match. This is the way you need to build WWE Championship matches. You don't know whether they're real, what they're saying is legit, or if it's all for storyline purposes. Everything that Daniel Bryan said, there's truth behind it. Those make the best storylines. Those make the most interesting storylines. Those are the storylines that engage the viewer because it's called a shoot. You don't know whether they're really going at each other or if it's all scripted. John Cena was amazing in what he said last night. Everything was pinpoint down to the very last thing he said about visiting a sick child earlier in the day who had a terminal disease, and that he kept fighting. Every time he goes into an operation or surgery, the kid says to his father, you know, I'm going to be like John Cena. I'm going to continue to fight, never give up. That's the real John Cena. That's the real John Cena. And when Daniel Bryan got under John Cena's skin, saying that he doesn't belong here, he doesn't appreciate what he has here, he's only here for the fame and the spotlight, that's when the claws came out and John Cena showed you why. You may not be a John Cena fan, and I've been saying this for months. You fucking gotta respect the guy. What he did last night with Daniel Bryan was money. Money. And if it's the only thing I talk about on this review, that's all you need. This match is going to be a 5-star classic. And John Cena, surprisingly, has been in 5-star classics before. We know what Daniel Bryan can do. But with the heat build up after Monday Night Raw, you guys are going to be in for one of the best matches of 2013. Easy. Absolutely money. I have nothing more to say about that interview. It was off the wall amazing. Daniel Bryan did a spectacular job. John Cena did a spectacular job. If you guys were on the fence about SummerSlam, like you guys listen to me. You guys know I was on the fence about SummerSlam. I've been putting down the WWE product for 3 weeks now. Monday Night Raw started, and I'm like, here we go again for 4 weeks in a row. SummerSlam is fucking tarnished. SummerSlam is ruined to WWE's lack of creativity and laziness with storylines. Monday Night Raw started, and I'm like, I can't watch this. I can't watch this. They started off the show in such a piss-poor way with Daniel Bryan and Wade Barrett. And from there, I was like, you know what, I just can't do it. I can't do it. The SummerSlam is going to fucking... It's going to be a decent show, but the way we got there is just going to be WrestleMania-like, and I'm not going to be invested in my WWE product. I just can't. Then that 9 o'clock hour hit. You see Vince McMahon come out. You see him order Brad Maddox out, and that's when things started to take a turn for the better. Now, this WWE Championship match, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, you don't need all these fucking secondary storylines. You don't need all the bullshit. You don't need all the nonsense. You don't need all the fucking theatrics to build this match. You don't. The way you build this match is exactly what you seen last night. All you need is Daniel Bryan saying, listen, John Cena, you're not a wrestler. I'm a wrestler. I've waited all my career. This is the biggest match of my life. I want one fucking opportunity to hold that belt just once. You've been doing it for the last 12 years. You've seen your day. You have your money. You have your women. You have your spotlight. It's my fucking turn now. I've wrestled all over the fucking world. It's my time now. It's time for the young guy to step up and show the old guy what's going to happen here moving forward in the WWE. That's how you build a fucking storyline. We didn't need this beard. We didn't need this corporate makeover. We didn't need this McMahon family bullshit. If you built this match from day one the way you did last night, this would have been the best fucking feud of the year. WWE teased us with 1 week, one spectacular week with this interview segment last night. I'm glad it happened, don't get me wrong, but to me, it's a little bit too late. That's how you build a storyline, folks. If you want my opinion on how you build WWE Championship feuds in the future, reference that interview segment on MizTV last night with Daniel Bryan and John Cena. Perfect. Perfect. Now, the match itself, I already stated this, it's going to be a 5-star classic. It's going to be a fucking fantastic match. I want you guys to think about this. Randy Orton came out at the end of that segment. We have Triple H as a special guest referee now. Vince wanted Brad Maddox and was going to appoint Brad Maddox as the WWE official for that match. Triple H came down, pedigreed Brad Maddox. Triple H is appointing himself the special guest referee. He's going to factor in the decision somehow. McMahon is going to get involved somehow. Orton is going to get involved somehow. This is how I see it. Daniel Bryan is going to be your new WWE champion. Randy Orton does not have a match on SummerSlam. A healthy Randy Orton doesn't have a match at SummerSlam. Why? There's no one to feud with Randy Orton. Why is that? Because Randy Orton obviously is one of the biggest superstars in your company, and he doesn't have a match. Simple. Randy Orton is going to walk out of SummerSlam your WWE champion. He's going to cash in on Daniel Bryan. McMahon, being that he did not get his way with Brad Maddox appointing him as the special guest referee, McMahon, just to get over on Triple H, because Triple H knows Vince doesn't want Daniel Bryan as WWE champion. Triple H is going to officiate the match where Daniel Bryan becomes a WWE champion, and we're going to see an Edge-like cash-in. Remember when John Cena won the Elimination Chamber, retained the WWE Championship, and Vince walked Edge down the aisle at New Year's Revolution? Cashed in, and John Cena was no longer WWE champion. That's the scenario I see. Vince will have his corporate champion. Remember what Vince said. He doesn't want John Cena as champion. But he wants Daniel Bryan as champion even less. What does that mean? Hang on to that one statement. That means Randy Orton is going to be appointed the new WWE champion by Vince McMahon. He is your new corporate champion. That's the way I see it. That's the only logical way to end this match. And thank God the Bellas did not get involved, because Brie and Nikki are both dating Bryan and Cena, and that would have just made this storyline even worse. You don't involve the women, you don't involve the girlfriend. There's just some borders you do not cross. WWE nailed it. I will say it again all night, all morning. They nailed it with that interview segment. Now, Punk versus Lesnar. Again, I was very iffy about this episode and the final build-up for this feud. I really don't know what to say about it. 11 o'clock came, and I figured they were going to be running out of time, and it was just going to be a bam-bam rush job, right? Paul Heyman got on the mic. He's gold, as usual. He ushers Brock Lesnar down the aisle, and it was supposed to be a one-on-one match, Punk versus Heyman. But he appoints Brock Lesnar in the match, says it's a 2-on-1, and Heyman was like, listen, you want to be the hero or you want to be the coward? One or the other. You could be the stupid hero or the smart coward and just tuck your tail in between your legs and leave the building. So, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are expecting Punk to come out. His music hits. Nobody comes down the aisle. Punk comes from around the announce table's booth into the ring, sneaks up behind Lesnar, grabs an obviously fake camera, and just nails Brock Lesnar with the camera, beats him down across the back with the camera. Lesnar got his ass kicked last night, folks. Lesnar got his ass kicked, and it was a great way to build this match, just like Cena and Bryan. You don't know what's going to happen, and I still don't have any rumors of a potential finish for this match. To me, it's a lose-lose situation. At first, I said Lesnar has to win because Lesnar is your investment for the next 2 years. You can't have him lose to CM Punk. And then people are telling me on here, you can't have CM Punk lose, otherwise it's going to ruin his career. No, it's not going to ruin his career. That is absolutely ridiculous to even say that. CM Punk is CM Punk. He can come back from anything. He is one of the best wrestlers in the industry. If he loses, he loses. He'll be built back up, and he'll be in the WWE Championship picture just like before. Lesnar, you're renting him for 2 years. He has to look strong in everything he does. He has to. Especially if you're going to build him up towards WrestleMania with a potential match with The Rock or a potential match with The Undertaker. You can't have Lesnar look weak. You don't know who's going to win this match, and that's why the segment last night was great. You don't know. Lesnar got the best of Punk for 2 weeks. Punk got the best of Lesnar last night. What's going to happen? The cliffhanger. Rolling right into SummerSlam. Good segment. I mean, there's nothing more that they could have did last night to build this match. They were going to sell this match regardless because it's Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk. Everything that these guys have done has been great so far. It hasn't been unrealistically done. It's been very, very believable. It hasn't been cheesy. It hasn't been corny like WWE tends to do with storylines. It's been built up nice. And those two matches will sell SummerSlam after last night. Now, the SummerSlam build overall, they had 1 week of spectacular fucking show last night. The Monday Night Raw following the Money in the Bank pay-per-view was off the charts good. That little portion in between just didn't do nothing for me. WWE was on the road to failure for the storyline builds for this show. They picked it back up last night. Now, the show obviously had its moments of boredom. It had its moments of downtime. And those two segments pretty much built up this show. It made the show watchable. Other important things we had a Battle Royal, 20-man Battle Royal. I don't like Dean Ambrose, the United States Champion, and a member of the Shield, which is one of, the most powerful groups in the company right now. He's delegated to a pre-show. I don't like that. I don't like that. And he's fighting RVD. RVD's on a pre-show. I don't like that at all. I mean, this is your biggest pay-per-view of the summer. Don't you think Rob Van Dam and Dean Ambrose, two of your best workers, one being the future of the company and one being a Hall of Famer, don't you think these two guys deserve to be on the actual show? I mean, I don't understand that. We've seen the return of the Big Show. Roman Reigns said before, during the 8 o'clock hour, I dare anyone to come up and challenge us for these tag team championships. that's exactly what we're getting. The Big Show returned last night. Mark Henry versus Big Show versus Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for the WWE Tag Team Championships. That will be taking place at SummerSlam. It has not been officially announced, but it will be on the show. Damien Sandow versus Cody Rhodes. This feud went dead. It went cold after Money in the Bank. I don't understand it. If you watched Cody Rhodes last night, he stuttered and he didn't really make it clear about what he said about Damien Sandow. Would he have done the same thing to Damien Sandow? I mean, I just don't get this storyline. I think it just went cold. You know, I don't think people are believing Cody Rhodes and what he says. You know, there's a couple of logic gaps in between there. Damien Sandow fought Randy Orton in one of the best matches of the night last night. They made Sandow look very, very good in a losing effort. Obviously, Randy Orton won. But those are the big matches for SummerSlam. I mean, we're all going to be watching SummerSlam. Obviously, I'm going to be giving you my review after the show, as usual. It's going to be a good show. I just wish the WWE put more time into their angles and filled in the logic gaps. That down period where they went on tour really hurt them. They came back strong last night, but is it going to be enough for SummerSlam? I don't know. We're going to have to find out and see. Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn versus Big E and AJ. It should be an entertaining match. I mean, I would prefer the one-on-one confrontation between Ziggler and Langston, but we're getting a mixed tag team match. It should be good. It should be the blow-off to all that feud going on. And then all four guys or all four individuals in this match can move on to something better, something else. And, I mean, that's it. I mean, that's your SummerSlam card, guys. We got Alberto Del Rio versus Christian. I fully expect Alberto Del Rio to retain the belt here. He's on a hot streak himself. It would be a mistake, in my opinion, to take the belt off him right now. It should be an entertaining match. I did not watch their match on SmackDown. People said it was a 20-minute great match. I do expect Del Rio to win this match. And SummerSlam is going to be SummerSlam, guys. It's going to be an entertaining show, but we'll see how all these storylines come to an end. And with Daniel Bryan and John Cena, that's the one everyone's going to be looking forward to. Because we don't know what's going to happen. We got that Randy Orton briefcase looming over everything. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think Vince McMahon is going to say, you know what, Triple H, fuck you. I'm going to get my corporate champion regardless. I don't want these two guys as champion. I don't want this main event on my show. I want my champion. And here he is, Randy Orton. And then he turns heel. That's the way I see it. That's your Monday Night Raw review, guys. If you enjoyed the show, let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you missed News and Rumors last week, the link will be in the description, at the top of the description. Click on that. I'm working on News and Rumors for this week. I got some pretty interesting stories already that I've been working on this morning that I read, so I will bring that to you on Friday. If you missed last week's Monday Night Raw review, link just like News and Rumors is in the description down below, or you can click on the annotations on screen you see throughout this video. If you're new to this channel, guys, subscribe, like, favorite, share, whatever you got to do. You guys know what to do. This is going to be your #1 place for WWE content in the future. And just for shits and giggles, I sent Sean's View Entertainment a message the other day. I'm like, hey, Sean, me and you should do a dual com, just talking about WWE nonsense. It would be good for the community. Obviously, he didn't get back to me. But I'm going to try on that. That would be. I think that would be good for the community. That would definitely bring in the viewers. That would definitely be interesting to see. So if you're a fan of Sean's View, get him on board. Tell him JD sent you. Tell him JD wants a dual com. Two big WWE fans who actually don't hate each other on YouTube, surprisingly. Let's get a dual com going. It should be good for the community. It would be interesting to watch, and people would enjoy that. So if you guys like Sean's View, get over to his channel, send him a message, send him a comment, whatever. Tell him JD sent you. Let's get a dual com going. All right? That's your Raw review, guys. I'll see you Friday for WWE News and Rumors. SummerSlam on Sunday, guys. Should be very, very interesting. I'll talk to you later.